Jen Walker here. I wanted to help people get healthier wherever they're at. And if you are starting on your own, I have some great tips for you. So this is my first series on 5 crucial steps to getting started. The first step was on getting clarity and focus. You steer where you stare, okay? And this is the second, which is what we're gonna speak about today. So you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. And what does this quote mean to you? I want you to think about it. And what have you been considering to start, but you perhaps don't know what to start with? I'm going to give you some ideas on this. So like I mentioned in the first step of clarity and focus, you steer where you stare. What do you want, right? What do you want? That's a really important question. And we mentioned structural tension and how to bridge the gap from point A to point to your goal. And there's all these steps in between. And we want to talk about the steps in between, okay? So if your goal is to lose the last 10 pounds, you have patterns that have kept you from your goal. And a lot of them start right here with your thoughts. The same story to anyone who has an amount of weight that they want to lose or to help that they would like to gain. So where to start? So I want to go over a few habits. So habits make healthy people. And it's not just one thing that's going to create health for someone. It's not a magic pill. It's not a magic drink. Looking at the bigger picture and the holistic health is really important. Okay. And what are you in it for the long game? Okay. So what does it look like for you with your goals? And I'm going to share some foundational habits that I will link in the descriptions below, a free ebook by Dr. Wayne Scott Anderson, which is really great. So remember, to form a habit takes repetition, right? Over and over. And so if you think of it like this, like maybe you're going this way with your bad habits and you want to implement some new ones, it's going to take a minute to go the other way, okay? And it needs to be baby steps to health. So Dr. Wayne Scott Anderson was helping a client of his she was a grandma. She was like 84 or something like that. And she wanted to be stronger to hold her grandbabies. And he asked her what she would like to do to get started on this goal. And she said she would like to do 10 push-ups every day. And he was like, awesome, can you do 1? And she said no. And he started to proceed to tell her, do a wall push-up. Do 1 push-up on the wall. And then do 2. And then, create that habit and do more and more and more. And then do 1 on the ground. And then do 2 on the ground. And she, to this day, can do 10 push-ups and, best of all, hold her grandbabies. And so that is such a cool thing for her. So I love that Dr. A talks about the micro habits, of the habit of doing something small, and then you can increase upon that. So get your doctor on board with everything you do. I'm not a doctor. Use common sense, and these things are suggested from my personal opinion. So how is your healthy movement? I actually approach exercise different than most people, and I believe that the habit of exercise is more important than what you're actually doing. So for me, I do every day like either 100 lunges, and I do some like biceps or a couple pull-ups or something like that. And I do it every day. And I'm not running miles. I'm not like killing it with CrossFit. Not that those things are bad or anything, but I'm in the stage of life where I have 6 kids, and my little ones, I just work out here at the house because it would take me another hour. I choose to be intentional with my time, and that's what I want to do. And so they also have exercise called NEAT exercise. Have you guys ever heard of that? So it's non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And my clients work hard on nutrition with me, and they are losing 10 pounds a month. And many have injuries who are not even able to really like run on the treadmill, or maybe they're 100 pounds overweight. They're not going to go, do CrossFit and stuff. So many are not able to exercise, and they can still lose that weight because they're fixing it in the kitchen, right? So I do encourage them to work out, but even if it's like 10 squats or 10 lunges or 3 push-ups or the wall block, walk around the block, totally cool with me. I just want them to start that habit so that they can tell their brain, three push-ups isn't going to do anything for me. Okay, we'll do it every day, and then you can build up on it. So it will grow. Having fun is really important with exercise too. So I personally do a ton of self-development and like incorporate all of it into that. And so make your workouts fun. Okay, the next one, water. How is your water? How many ounces of water are you drinking? It should be half your weight in ounces of water, and roughly, and then a lot of people at least by 60 ounces. Okay, so that's the suggestion. and listen to your body, experiment. Like, what if you tried having 100 ounces for like a couple weeks? Your body will adjust. You won't be peeing as much. It's part of your body expecting something and having consistency, and you will see crazy stuff. Your skin will be better. All of the things that you're filtering through your body will function more. So here's a couple other habits, like the habit of stress. How do you think about everything? How much stress do you have going on? That's a big one. Eating 6 times a day with a healthy carbohydrate to protein ratio. Like, it's really important to figure out nutrition. And if you don't know, do some research. But guess what? There was so much conflicting information that I was lost. And like, I did paleo, I did so many different things. And when I found this program, it was so simple. And I was so grateful for that, because there's a lot of people who really struggle with all the different things out there. So let me know if you want more information on that. And then mindset and education. That's a really good habit to form. It really is. And then sleep. How many hours of sleep are you getting? And what are, like, sleep really does affect your prefrontal cortex, and like this limbic system will get really loud if you're never sleeping. So really take care of yourself for that, and then all the other functions that will happen within your body to help you function better. So have a plan. What do you plan to do? Choose 1 or 2 habits that we spoke of today and work on that micro habit. Be consistent. Part of this exercise is to overcome that limbic system, like I mentioned before, the toddler brain, the primitive brain, your instant gratification brain, your 2-part brain. There's a great video linked in the description below with Gordon Bruin on mindfulness and the 2-part brain. And there's, so it's like 16 minutes. It's a fantastic one. Watch it. And then also, when we talk about where to start, understand nutrition is pretty important. It's a process. So there's a link to Dr. A's free book that has great information. If you want in-depth, you can read his bestseller, Habits of Health System. That's more in-depth. I love it. It has great info. I created a video in the description below that can give you some basics on how to read a food label. So I will be putting that in there as well, and so that you can start where you are. And I hope that you guys have a fantastic day. Remember, get started, do it, have fun, create 1 or 2 habits, and you got this. Thanks so much.